Namaste and welcome to SEED's 22nd annual gala. We miss seeing so many of you in person this evening, but we're thrilled to welcome friends from all over the planet to our online fundraising gala. Over the next 45 minutes, you'll get to meet some of our project recipients. You'll get to view stunning images of the Himalayas. You'll hear from some of our longtime donors. You'll learn what we've been doing with your very, very generous donations. And you'll get to have a live chat with our extraordinary and fearless Executive Director, KP KAFLE. Plus, don't forget, you'll have the opportunity to make a donation to keep hope alive for Nepal during these extraordinarily difficult times. Nepal is suffering from the COVID pandemic far more than most countries. The trekking and climbing industries have grind to a complete halt. There's no tourists. Tamil is like a ghost town. Nepal is working in the tourism industry, have returned back to their villages, putting stresses on the food supplies there. In fact, we're now getting word that there could be critical food shortages in the months ahead. We shall be ready to address that need if the need arises. Millions of Nepalis who sent home remittances from their jobs in the Middle East have had to return home to their villages. This remittance money was critical for Nepal, more than just about any other country in the world. It actually comprises 30% of their GDP. Hospitals are filling up. I'm sorry to say that it's the rich who get the hospital beds first. There's only 1,000 ICU beds in the whole country, 30 million people. 1,000 ICU beds. And the vaccine that we may see here in the new year, it could be years before a Nepali villager gets that jab in the arm. But we all know the resilience of the Nepalis. Their resolve, their adaptability helped them survive the devastating impacts of the 2015 earthquake. They came back even stronger. Meanwhile, KP and his team are working hard to keep our projects going. They're focused on education. Education is the key to a brighter future for Nepal.
I can hear KP logging in now. KP, can you hold on just a moment? Before we say hi to KP, please take a moment to visit the URL at the bottom of your screen, bit.ly/Nepal Seeds. You can check out our silent auction. There's some very cool stuff there. We're actually keeping the auction open until 6 p.m. tomorrow evening, California time. So take a minute, peruse what you see there. You can make a bid tomorrow sometime, maybe come away with some nice items. And whilst you're there, please, please, please think about making a donation. Nepal could use your help probably more than ever before. Anyway, let's say hi to KP, huh? KP, live from Kathmandu, my friend, your friend, Mr. KP KAFLE. Over to you, KP.
Thank you, Keith. Hi, everybody. Namaste. I'm unable to come to San Francisco to attend the Nepal Seeds Gala, and thanks for watching live. Namaste.
Good to see you, KP. Right there in Kathmandu. I think it's 6 or 8 o'clock in the morning now, but I know we've been online practicing since about 3 in the morning your time. So thanks a lot. And you're sounding a bit hoarse. So maybe that Kathmandu pollution is getting to your voice. How are things there? How's things in Nepal these days? It's still a lockdown?
Yes, still lockdown just open. I'm sorry, I have a little cold and horsey voice, all the pollution in Kathmandu, you know, there's Kathmandu, cold and pollution. Lockdown is open.
Yeah, and the airports, I know your airports were closed down for like months and months. No flights in or out of the country. Have you opened up again?
Yes, airport just opened.
Aha, good. And the schools, are they back open?
Yes, school also open in the villages.
Oh, that's good to hear. And I know we provide school lunch programs to a whole bunch of villages there. Have you been able to start that up again?
Yes, we
Aha.
start the program.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's good to know. That keeps the kids going to the school, right? Parents know they're
Yes.
going to get a hot meal there. If they're not in the school, if we don't provide the meal, they'll be working in the fields, right? So good stuff on getting that going. Are you able to go out, you and your team? Can you visit the villages and monitor the projects?
And no, I have not been to the villages almost 8-9 months. Neither me or my partner KESHAV BHETWAL, Deputy Director, we have not been to the village area.
So how do you get feedback on what's going on there?
We have a Nepal seed. We have a coordinator, district coordinator, local guy who's working with us, and so they live in the village, and so we have a calling system, we have a communication system, so we communicate by phone.
Okay, so they can tell you if there's any emergencies or crises going on. Have you heard of much COVID affecting the villages?
Not really in the village area, but more affected in the Kathmandu area and density where, you know, more population like Biratnagar, Pokhara, Kathmandu are more affected.
Yeah. You know, I think about Nepal obviously a lot, and it just seems you can't get a break over there. You had the Maoist insurgency, was 10, 15 years ago. That went on for years, disrupted the whole economy. You had the power grid shutdowns, right, where there was people had no power for days on end, or 16 hours a day. They couldn't get power. That finally got solved. Then you get the earthquake of 2015, devastates the country, collapses numerous homes, kills almost 10,000 people. You come back so strongly from that, and then this pandemic. What do you think has been the toughest, or is going to be the toughest to come back from?
The difficult one, toughest one is this one, the COVID actually is affected almost year. So earthquake came really quick and went away. So earthquake was scary too, but did not really stay this long. So COVID is affecting slowly. It will affect, and I think in tomorrow, in the future also in Nepal.
Yeah, tough times there. But what about you and your family and all our Seeds family and all your team there? Are they staying healthy and well and safe?
Seed families are doing fine. We all safe. You know, a little bit cold and this and that. That's a different story. But so far, so good. Seeds family and my family too.
Well, KP, it's great to see you live in Kathmandu, smelling like a horse. Sounding a bit hoarse. Sorry about that. We're going to come back in 10, 15 minutes. We got some really nice videos for you to show. Stick around, and KP and I will be back in a while. We'll see you soon. Thanks very much.
When KP led a group of us to the Newbury Valley in 1997, we were hit by a huge blizzard and had to hole up in the village of Sama for 3 days. We met Jeff Childs there. He was living in Sama for 6 months doing research work. Jeff told us how hard things were in this valley where life seemed like a throwback to medieval times. Infant mortality under the age of 5 was around 50%. No child had ever received a first-grade education. There were no NGOs working in the area. A year or two later, SEEDS opened its first clinic there. We went on to conduct numerous women's health training seminars, and we funded the first school in the valley. We are active in virtually every village in the valleys of Newbury and Soom. Now, infant mortality is down to around 6%. There are 5 fully operational schools in the valley, and the valley is becoming a major destination in Nepal for trekkers. Our next speaker is an example of how one individual can change her life. KUNSANG CHODEN was born in Trok village in Newbury and went to a Tibetan school in Jawalakil. If you've ever bought a Tibetan rug in Kathmandu, you may know the area. She studied and worked hard and is now a first-generation college student at Washington University in St. Louis. She is majoring in anthropology, global health, and environmental studies. She says she likes what is raw and real, and that practicing kindness is her religion. Please welcome back to the SEEDS Gala, the lovely and enchanting KUNSANG CHODEN.
In Tibetan, the word tashi means creating the cause of happiness and joy, and the word delik stands for the seat, that is, the attainment of definite goodness. So tashi delik to all of you. You are here at this event today because you are curious, because you care, and because you practice kindness in your daily lives. I believe kindness is the most profound religion for living a purposeful human life. We live in different realms of life, don't we? Every contribution you make today and in the future has definite potential to benefit my community in Newbury and other remote villages in Nepal that the Nepal seat has been supporting for many years. In my community in Trok, Newbury, the tiny yet crucial details of life, that is, meeting basic level health facilities and supporting education, have been fulfilled by the Nepal seats for more than a decade and still continuing effortlessly. Life in my village is hard. The only micro hydropower used solely for lighting purpose has stopped functioning since July of 2020. And people have moved to biomass-based fuel and solar for those who can afford it. Now, the direct effect of climate change is undeniable because subsistence farmers in Newbury experience it daily. Your contribution today means something big. When I say big, it truly means big, because your support and contribution fulfills a family's need for medicine and their goal for the attainment of good education. I send my best wishes to all of you for continually supporting Nepal seeds and making good things happen for the rural communities in Nepal. Thank you, everyone.
Hi, I'm Robert.
Hi, I'm Terry.
We came to know Nepal Seeds through our attendance at a most interesting fundraiser. Far from the rubber chicken norm, we stumbled into a celebration of the people and the country of Nepal. We found wonderful first-person narratives describing the work of Nepal Seeds. We were able to meet people dedicated to the vision of focused and direct assistance to evolve an infrastructure for the activities of daily life to the people of Nepal. And we were able to participate in a arts and crafts auction and a raucous live auction, which makes me smile whenever I think of it. This caused us to come to understand how Nepal Seeds realizes their vision, not by abstract foreign investment, but by evolving strong in-country partnerships, which create a lasting relationship in the communities they reach. We see this collaborative approach as fundamental to the success of Nepal Seeds over the decades. It is also the foundation for the future successes of those who are touched by it.
We are pleased to continue to help Nepal Seeds, KP, and the tremendous staff on the ground in Nepal. Thank you so much.
Greetings, and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Jeff Childs, board member since 1998. I wish I were broadcasting from Nepal right now, but alas, this is suburban St. Louis. However, before the pandemic, I was in Nepal this time last year, and I was able to visit our projects in the Nupri Valley in the shadow of Mount Manaslu. I want to take you to a sacred locale within Nupri, a place where the landscape comes alive with images of saints from yesteryear, where healing waters flow from medicinal springs, wildlife has little fear of humans, and there is a thriving monastic community that is the center for Buddhist education. It is also home to Nupri's newest school, Serang Gompa Basic School, run by a local woman, Luna Gurung, whose passion and energy is keeping kids in Nupri who would otherwise be sent to Kathmandu for education. Nepal Seeds provides a salary for Nimagelu Sherpa, a dedicated teacher who's willing to live far from his home in Solokhombu to help educate these kids. Nepal Seeds did not build this school, so why am I so excited about it? The answer is simple. Education has long been considered vital to the people of Nupri, but in the past, the only options were open primarily to men who sought training in Buddhist liturgy and philosophy, or Tibetan medicine. 22 years ago, we began supporting a secular school in Nupri, which became a big success under the stewardship of our partner, Prabhu Sawang. This model of creating local schooling opportunities took off and has now been replicated throughout the valley. The Sarang School is the fifth. Nepal Seeds provides support for all of them, from teacher salaries to books, pens, and other supplies. Our long-term outlook helped create a template for rural education that has grown from a very humble origin. Although we planted the original seed, it is the people of Nupri who deserve the credit for bringing this dream to fruition. We trust our partners' capacity to bring meaningful changes to their own lives, and now you see the results.
To become dirty. And if you drink that dirty water, then
we can become sick and cause many diseases. We can do many.
What type of disease you cause?
Common cold.
Typhoid.
So thank you, everyone, sincerely and from the heart, for supporting Nepal Seeds.
Last month, we lost a beloved and treasured member of our Seeds family when Bill Nevins passed away unexpectedly near his home in Costa Rica. Bill was a one-of-a-kind, devoted to his family and his friends, the life of any party, always fun to be around, incredibly hard-working, ever ready to lend a hand, full of love and full of compassion. Earlier this year, Bill committed the incredibly generous and selfless act of donating one of his kidneys to a woman who needed that kidney to save her life. The recipient, Renda, has a new lease on life, while Bill recovered quickly and strongly from that surgery. So typical of Bill that one of his final acts was to save the life of another. Bill was a committed board member of Nepal Seeds. He travelled there in the 70s and he returned with us on a trip in 2010 when he fell in love all over again with the country and with its people. Bill was devoted to the cause and he was an invaluable board member. So many of Bill's family and his numerous friends have become such generous donors to Seeds. We thank those of you who've sent donations to Seeds in his memory. We shall miss Bill greatly. We'll miss his upbeat attitude. We'll miss his helping and healing hands. We'll miss his positivity. We'll miss his smile. We'll miss his love. We send our condolences to his wife Margaret, to his children Ryan, Hannah and Erin, to his large family and his numerous friends the world over. Rest in peace, Billy boy.
Namaste. Good evening. I'm GAREEMA BAJGAIN. I grew up in Nepal and I moved to San Francisco in 2012. I'm married to Seeds Board Director Seth Acharya. I'm also the volunteer bookkeeper for Nepal Seeds. I'm so touched by the numerous kind and generous donations that I see coming in by mail and online. I know what a huge difference it makes in my country. And I also know how carefully KP Uncle spends and accounts for the money down to the last rupiah. I know how virtually every dime of every dollar that you donate goes directly to the villages in Nepal. I was also proud to learn recently that Charity Navigator has given us 100% rating for finance and accountability. I love it that my country people are involved in deciding what projects get built and then they provide the labor to execute the projects. It is a true collaboration. Our annual galas are our primary fundraising source. We depend so much on the money that you donate tonight to fund our projects. Tonight, thanks to our very generous sponsors, 100% of the money you donate goes directly to Nepal. I want to take this moment to personally acknowledge our sponsors. And I also want to ask my sons, Ethan and Matthew, to help me. Come on. Tonight's major sponsors are
Keith and Donna. That's my Abnapa.
Barbara Canbin, Jerry and Mary Zajstowski, Ronaldo Cianciarulo, Everest Waterproofing.
That's Peter and my papa.
The Good Life Grocery.
We love shopping there.
Julie and Gary Wright, Blake Eagle, Josh Smith, Goldstein Salmon.
That's the best salmon in the world.
Linda Besant and Martha Goetz.
and to the many other sponsors whose name you see listed on your screen. Thank you.
you.
Dhanyavad.
Education is my key. No education, no hope. Education gives opportunity to open a door.
Hello and namaste. My name is Fulmaya Thing. I'm currently studying BSc Nursing at the College of Medical Science. My college is located at Chitwan, and this is final year of my nursing program. Through this video, I wanted to say a huge thanks to Sid Nepal and Mona and Larry for sponsoring my education. In today's world, we understand that education is very, very essential in our life, and since you have been providing me this very essential educations, I wanted to thank you from bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for your love and kindness. I am really so humble to have been supported by you all these years after years. So thank you so much for your precious love and support. Thank you so much. Namaste.
my life has changed very dramatically in a very positive way. With the help of Nepal Seeds, I've been able to get really good education. Today, I'm a reputed nurse in my village.
पहिला संस्थाले सहयोग गर्नुभन्दा अगाडि स्कुलमा विद्यार्थी नै उपस्थित हुन्थ्यौँ अनि त्यसपछि उपस्थित भए पनि शैक्षिक सामग्रीहरूको पर्याप्तता थिएन अनि शैक्षिक उपलब्धि एकदम न्यून थियो। अहिले सिट नेपाली सहयोग गर्न थाल्नु भएपछि विद्यार्थीको उपस्थिति एकदमै राम्रो छ।
Thanks. I hope you enjoyed watching those videos and learning a little bit more about Nepal Seeds and what we do there. And I want to thank everybody who took part in those videos and everybody who helped to make those videos. Thank you all so much. And thanks so much to all our sponsors and the people who have donated already. We've had wonderful donations, but we really need to still do some work to fund our operations for the year. You know, we have programs that have to be funded every year. We're trying not to build new biogas systems right now or introduce new water systems because we can't get out to the villages, but we got to keep paying for the school teachers, the school supplies, the clinic supplies, the lunches. So we would really, really appreciate your help right now. KP, you still with us?
Yes, yes, yes.
Your voice sounds a little bit better. Yeah. You're looking quite handsome and dashing, and I notice every time we have one of these galas, you wear that hat. What's the story with the hat?
This is my special hat, Nepali topi.
A topi hat, huh?
Topi hat.
Why do you wear it? Is it your lucky hat or something, or is it like some tribe custom from your caste, or what?
This is our national hat and custom design, hand woven Dhaka topi.
Well, you're a lucky guy, man. It might, you know, and I think it's because you wear that hat. I need to raise about another $30,000 for the rest of it, through the rest of this program. I was wondering if through this miracle of Zoom and YouTube and all these other platforms that frankly, I don't understand at all. If there's any way that I could borrow your hat for the rest of this program. I don't have any fleas. I don't have any dandruff. I'd love to give it a shot. What do you think, mate?
I don't know. I don't know. This is really expensive hat. So, you know, I need to
come on, KP. That could take a very long time for you to think, mate. Pass me the bloody hat, will you?
I hope you get good money. Okay, okay. Yeah,
thank you. Thank you. I got it. I got it. Isn't that amazing? Oh, Zoom. You know, I buy stock in Zoom if they can do this stuff. Isn't that incredible? Now I feel really lucky, and I'm ready to see us start to raise some money and achieve our goals here. And so if you go to bit.ly/Nepal Seeds, you'll see the link at the bottom. You can make donations right there. You can donate straight to Seeds. Please, please, please. I think we probably need your money now more than we ever have before. And it's amazing what KP is able to achieve with not a whole lot of money. Teacher's salary. For $1,000, you can pay a teacher's salary for 6 months, okay? Is it, yeah, $160 a month. Is that really what you pay us teacher a month, KP?
Yes.
Yeah. So let's see if we could. It'll be great to see some people pledge $1,000 for 6 months, $2,000 for a year. You want to pay for 5 teachers for a year, $10,000. You want to pay for 3 months, give us $500. You want to pay for a week, $50. Okay, we'll take anything. Anything you'd like to donate would be a tremendous help. You know, and at the same time, we could use the money for the school lunches. One of my absolute favorite programs, the school lunches, keeps the kids going to school. 1 month of school lunches for a whole school is $300. Who wants to bid $300 right now? Pledge your $300 or pledge $1,200 for a whole year of school lunches. It ain't a lot of dough. Think about how much it costs to send a kid to a school here in America, right? If you send a 6-year-old kid to a private school, it can cost you 20 grand a year. We're just asking for $300 to feed a whole school for 1 month. And let me tell you, we have recently learned through a new donor, Tampi Thomas, who checked us out on Charity Navigator, and we never noticed all these years that we're rated 100 out of 100 for Charity Navigator. Navigator only rates less than 1% of charities with a perfect rating. So we're thrilled to hear about our rating for our finance and accountability. So every single penny you donate tonight will be going straight to Nepal, not going to any overhead. Nobody here gets paid at all. It goes right to Nepal. And it can help with school supplies. KP, I think I'm right that it just costs $500 to provide supplies to a whole school for a year.
Yes.
Amazing. Do you remember, KP, we were in visited a village school one time some years ago, and a whole school committee came and very somber made a big presentation to us. And at the end, it was all because they wanted one blackboard, a blackboard that cost us $20. That's how important it was for them to have some supplies. And when you go trekking in Nepal and those kids come running up to you and they're calling out, Mitai pen, give me a pen, give me a pen. It's not because they're beggars or because they've got some begging mentality. It's because they really think that pen is their key to a whole future, that maybe with one pen, they can get an education like we do, and they could live a life, maybe something like ours. So $500 for a whole school for a year, $125 for 3 months, $40 for a month, $5,000 for 5 years. Make your pledges now. Click on the link and make the pledges now. And we're going to take a very brief break, and I'd love to hear from one of our long-term donors right now, Chris Miller. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Chris Miller. I've had the pleasure of knowing KP KAFLE for more than 30 years, both as a SEEDS board member and as a trekker in the Nepali Himalayas. Nepal SEEDS was the brainchild of KP, and for the past 20 plus years, SEEDS has supported hundreds of projects aimed at improving education, health, sanitation, and clean water in rural, underserved communities. I'm so impressed with the grassroots approach that SEEDS utilizes in getting the communities involved right from the beginning of a new project. This has proven invaluable in terms of local commitment and accountability. One other aspect of what makes SEEDS a great charity is there are virtually no donation dollars going to overhead costs, thanks to the many volunteers who support its mission. I trust that Nepal SEEDS does what it claims to do because I have seen it in action time and time again. Thank you for supporting the good works of Nepal SEEDS.
Thanks very much, Chris. Great to hear from you. Thank you, Chris Miller. Now, if you look at the bottom of the screen, that you'll see an image of Mount Everest. And you'll see a trail. I think you'll see it on the left side, and that's our little man who's climbing up the mountain. And we're trying to get to the top of that mountain tonight. So our progress right now is 50%, is it 75? I can't see from here, maybe close to 75. So sponsors, donors, you've done an amazing job. And I'm seeing that donations are coming in right now. In the last hour or so, we've had a wonderful year. Bill and Toy Troutman have paid for a year for a teacher, $1,960. Jubin Pakpur has donated $436. Bob and Bernadette Franke, $380. Thank you, Bob and Bernadette. Thank you, Jobin, and thank you, Bill and Toy, so much. Adora and Chuck Pinow, $140. And Anita and Constantine Charmis, $112. Piper Wright, $100. And one of our sponsors, Jeff Childs, has added another $50 donation. Thank you all so much. The little man is getting up that mountain. Another school that we support is a school for deaf children. You can imagine how difficult life is for a child who's deaf in Nepal. We learned about this amazing school that boards a number of deaf children and provides a tremendous education. KP, what have we been doing at the school for deaf children there?
For deaf school, we provide clean drinking water, and as well as we have a lunch program and school supply and teachers for the deaf. There are 128 deaf kids, deaf students at that school.
I visited the school with KP. It's amazingly heartwarming. They're an amazingly cheerful and jovial bunch who are so keen to engage with you. And, you know, think about donating something to that school. And if you go to Nepal, have KP take you for a visit there. You know, in fact, go to Nepal, do a trek with KP and visit some of our projects there. What a wonderful, wonderful thing it is. You get a backstage pass to the country when you go with KP. Well, we do a bunch of other projects besides our education projects. And we do need to keep money coming in for those projects. A lot of KP in the last few years has been building a lot of biogas systems. You want to tell us what a biogas system is, KP?
Biogas is the propane biofuel, biomethane, and that helps education and environment and sanitation. Environment, you don't burn how, you know, some people, they think how, you know, help environment, you don't chop down the tree. So the biogas helps a mother's health. Mother don't inhale the smoke because they're Nepal, they're open fire. And so mother's eyesight and as well as girls don't have to haul the firewood, they can go to school. That means, you know, it helps education and environment and health, because we build also outhouse for the biogas.
A great system, and I believe it's entirely powered. The fuel source is animal and human manure. Am I correct there?
Yes, yes, yeah.
Yeah, and I understand you've had a bit of a shortage of human manure, and that all of our viewers here are being encouraged to actually maybe send some direct to your home in Kathmandu. Is that right? That we can ship it to your home? Am I correct? If you could give us the address, please, KP.
If you send 1,000 kilograms, I will be fine, but you have to do the shipping and all that. So
1,000 kilograms. I have to say, after I've been in Nepal for a couple of years, I sometimes think I've got 1,000 kilograms ready to come out, but I won't go into that too deeply. And, we do a lot of work with healthcare there, clinics. We fund nurses. We train children from the age of 6 all the way through a school career to become nurses and doctors. And one of our most profound impacts is holding these women's health education training seminars. Somebody, I think, early on made an allusion to the infant mortality rate, which we learned from Jeff Childs when we visited the Nubri Valley in 1997. 50% of children died before the age of 6. No child there had ever got a first grade education. No NGOs were working there at all. we started doing work there. We've brought about numerous changes. We were the seed that was planted there. The villagers have moved ahead on their own with our support. And now infant mortality is down to 6%. Let's see if we can get it down to the sort of levels that we enjoy here and other Western countries. So please, please consider clinic supplies. $1,000 will fund the supplies for one of our clinics for a year. $1,000 for a year, $500 for 6 months, $250 for 3 months, $65 or so, I think it is, for a week. Anything will help. Let's get that little man to the top of Everest before we close. Remember, we're trying to get $30,000 here tonight. And I want to now introduce another of our donors who wants to tell you why he gives to Nepal Seeds. My friend from Brooklyn, Gary TAORMINA.
Hi, my name is Gary, and my wife and I have been supporters of Nepal Seeds for many years now. It is certainly one of our favorite charities. And one of the reasons why it is because literally all the money raised goes towards good causes. And all the work is done by volunteers and dedicated Nepalese people locally. Their leader, KP, oversees everything and is not only very personable, but soundly manages the money. The best charity rating service, Charity Navigator, rated Nepal Seeds 100%, which you cannot get a higher rating due to their transparency and financial accountability. We love the mission statement of Nepal Seeds, where they help locals work on projects and actually build them out for sanitation, for education, like educating people to become nurses and doctors and return to Nepal to work within their communities. So the local villages have a vested interest in the projects, which seems to make them very successful. We love the charity so much that in our living trust, it is one of the beneficiaries when that day comes where we join the Dalai Lama. I hope you can find the time to spare some money. Even a little bit goes a long ways. Thanks and have a nice holiday.
Thanks a lot, Gary TAORMINA. You're a good man. You and Lisa have been wonderful supporters. I really appreciate it. And thanks to our tech people whilst I'm talking about it. You know, I didn't really think that we could do this live. Me here in San Francisco, KP in Kathmandu, viewers from all over the world. So they're doing an amazing job. And I want to thank everybody for the work that they're doing getting this. Going back to the health thing, you can't have good health without clean water. And we have built water delivery systems in a bunch of different villages. It's unbelievable that KP actually can put in a water delivery system for a couple of hundred villages for somewhere around $15,000 or $20,000. I know other NGOs literally spend 10 times as much. But actually, KP's now moved on. You're doing other methods to collect the water. Is that right, KP?
Yes, if there is no natural spring in the village area, we harvest the water in summertime, called water harvesting, and we build a rainwater catching system.
Nice. So the rainwater collection. So we're getting closer to our target. We're getting some nice donations from our friends like Jean Bogiargis for 100 and Tama Greenberg for 100 or 1,000. I'm not sure. And Patty Nevins, Bill Nevins' sister, thank you so much for your $750 donation. So the man's getting to the top. I see he's held up a little bit. He must be taking a pee. Are we going to see the mountain turn yellow? Oh, no, it's already yellow. We did it so that you wouldn't see him having a pee. Anyway, enough of that. Our endowment, the Daniel KAFLE Memorial Fund, has been a wonderful fund for paying for girls' educations. We use the interest from the endowment to send the girls from villages through a whole school career. This is an enduring legacy here. If you would really like to have a legacy in Nepal, This will endure for many, many decades. This is for people who are interested mostly in a substantial donation, although we will take anything to the Daniel KAFLE Memorial Fund. So we're almost there, folks. You know, we're almost there. This is your last chance. You know, if everybody who's watching right now pledged another $100, we would probably be able to at least do all the school lunches in all of our schools for the rest of for at least a month and maybe longer. So think about it right now. Last chance, $100 from each of you. What's $100? God, you could go to a bar, spend $50 on a couple of cocktails in San Francisco these days. Please make your last donations, but also with this, you can donate anytime. Anytime. Anyway, thank you all so very, very much. I'd like to see a thank you now from our partners in Nepal.
म नेपाल सिड चाहिँ धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद दिन चाहन्छु।
आयोजकतर्फलाई म विशेष धन्यवाद दिन चाहन्छु।
सिड नेपालबाट यो स्कुललाई चाहिँ यो बैरासँग चाहिँ धेरै सहयोग गर्नुहुन्छ, म त्यसमा चाहिँ धेरै खुसी छु।
मलाई धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद दिन चाहन्छु।
सिड नेपालप्रति हार्दिक आभार प्रकट गर्छु। धन्यवाद। नमस्ते।
जीर्ण अवस्थामा थियो, हाम्रो चाहिँ सिड नेपालले सहयोग गरेको हुनाले चाहिँ अहिले चाहिँ हाम्रो चाहिँ विद्यालय एकदम राम्रो भएको छ।
सिड नेपाललाई धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद भन्न चाहन्छु।
सिड नेपाल helping our school.
तपाईलाई पनि धन्यवाद। धन्यवाद।
सिड नेपाललाई चाहिँ मेरो हृदयदेखि नै धन्यवाद दिन चाहन्छु।
तपाईहरुले दिएको सहयोगको धन्यवाद पनि म दिन चाहन्छु।
So nice to hear from our Nepal partners, because what we do have is a partnership with our people in the villages. They work with us on all the projects. We don't tell them what to do. They're involved in every decision we make. And thank you all for joining us tonight. We've loved it having it. We hope you found this program interesting and enjoyable. We're grateful so much for all of your support. Remember, the silent auction is going live until 6 p.m. tomorrow, and you still have time to place a bid and you can still make a donation. KP, before you leave us in Kathmandu, probably time for you to go to bed. Any last words?
Thank you very much, all of you, Board of Director, and watching carefully our program. And I hope I will see you in Kathmandu, all the donor. I like to see you in Kathmandu and Nepal to see the project site. Namaste, bye for now.
Very betula, KP, lovely to see you. Folks, we're going to broadcast this gala again tomorrow, Sunday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Tell your friends about it. Let everybody know. But you'll also be able to view this program on the Nepal Seeds YouTube channel, on Facebook, on Twitch, or at our own website, nepalseeds.org. We'll keep the website open for quite a while so that you can view the video. And we look forward to seeing you next year in San Francisco at our live event, hopefully. We wish you all the very best for a healthy, a happy, a safe holiday season. Thank you all so much for your support. Namaste.
Very dhanyabad.